Hey there, this is Terry with yarcoach.com. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terry. Today I want to continue talking about giving gifts, especially to grandparents, as we celebrate birthdays, holidays, or nothing, if you just want to give gifts to give gifts. When my mom moved in with us, she had to downsize, obviously, as you do when you move into a smaller place. And she came from that Depression era too, where she kept a lot of things. And so one day I'm looking around her little space and I said, Mom, if something happens to you, I don't know what to do with all this stuff. I guess I'll just donate it. Or should never said that. Or maybe I should have, because what it led to was actually grand. So what happened was she started telling me the stories of why these things were so important to her, little sugar and creamer sets or pictures or vases or where they came from, China or whatever it was. And she also, because she was living with us and she was older, not because she was living with us, but she lived with us on a fixed income. She had very little money monthly, but she still had this big brood and ever growing brood of grandchildren and children and great grandchildren, nieces and nephews, people she loved and adored and who loved and adored her. And she loved giving. And so what we came up with and decided was that for occasions when she wanted to give something, instead of going out and buying things potentially, she could take those small things or big things, whatever it was she had, and designate who they're going to go to. Give them to a certain granddaughter, give them to a certain niece, and say, with a note, your mom gave me this in 1945 and I've cherished it since then. I hope you will too. Things like that. And I'm telling you, she had a store of gifts. And then it meant something. So that cream and sugar set that her mom gave to her when she got married wasn't an expensive thing, but it was very precious to her, and she didn't use it. And so she passed it on. Because in reality, what's going to happen when we are no longer here as grandparents, everything that belongs to us is going to get passed on, to by whomever is cleaning out all of our stuff. So I don't mean to be morbid about it, but I mean, you can, instead of just having things go away, you can at this point save yourself some money and also pass on a little bit of your history to people who are precious to you. So one of the first steps you'll need to take in order to do this, if you like this idea, is to determine what you can live without. Like, do I really need this stuff to live my life the way I live it today? And the second thing is to decide who that gift might be important to, who you'd like to give it to, and determine, why you'd like to give it to them or tell them that. And then the third thing is to be sure and tell them in a note or in person, however you'd like to do it, why this is so precious to you, why you decided to give something so precious to you to this person in your life. Why? Because they're precious as well. So you see, the things that we hand down are not always things. They're usually not things if we want to take a really academic look at what we hand down by way of raising kids. It's usually a bigger piece than just things. So the things we hand down and the things you hand down now can have such sweet, great meaning. And at least you'll have a little bit of control and say in where things go. Once, they're out of your hands, they're out of your hands. Please don't attach any strings to them. Because, once we're gone, there are no strings anyway, right? I mean, we don't have any say-so. So give it, bless the person you're giving it to, and then move forward. The author Alan Cohn says the more you let go of, the faster you'll move ahead. The more you let go of, the faster you'll move ahead. So grandparents are in one of usually the last stages of their developmental stage. Hopefully it's not the adolescent one, but sometimes that's the case. So anyway, the last few stages of your life are a lot of times about seeing to your family and feeling good about what you've done with your family, to your family. and also moving ahead into your own inner self. So letting go of things will allow you to do that much faster and with much more grace. So I want to wish you all the best as you travel through this stage of grandparenting. Wish you all the best as you encourage your own kids as they parent, and as you encourage those teenage grandchildren in your life. So if you need more help or want to talk to us or connect with us, you can connect at our Facebook page, which is called Your Coach, or you can go on the internet to www.yarcoach.com. See a lot more of these Tuesdays with Terry, and maybe some other things, resources that might help you. Meanwhile, I'm wishing all the best for you in this stage of life. Until next time.